We always use the quote by Bo Schembechler, "Those who stay will be champions," and it's something that resonates a lot with us because everyone deserves a chance to stay and to prove what they have. That shouldn't change just because you have some sort of financial emergency that is completely out of your control. CARE is Cost Assistance for Resilient Engineers. Basically, we are one of the first emergency scholarships in the College of Engineering to help kids who have an unforeseen financial circumstance in the middle of the school year. So something like a death in the family, an increase in medical bills, CARE is kind of that safety net that kids need throughout the year to stay in school. Providing emergency funds is huge to keep, our peers in school. This could happen to anyone. My parents went through a really bad divorce right before I came to school. And that kind of put a big financial strain on my family just because we didn't really know where the money was going to fall. My brother was also in college at the time. They were already having to pay for his education. They were going through this terrible divorce, and I didn't want to be, the straw that breaks the camel's back. I didn't want to be that last bit that they really couldn't handle. When I got my scholarship that allowed me to go to Michigan, that was just like a very overwhelming feeling because it meant that someone believed in me enough to support me through, this academic journey of college. In the same vein with CARE, raising this money is mainly for kids that, maybe found that support to go to college, but now all of a sudden, that support is taken away, and it's for something that's completely out of their control, and that's not fair. You should never have to deal with, an emotional burden of something bad happening like that, as well as a financial burden of worrying about keeping yourself in school. We just endowed the scholarship, which means that we were able to raise over $25,000, and that's huge because as that money grows, that's the money that we can actually give out as scholarship next year. No matter what happens in the next 5 years of CARE or whatever, there is a scholarship here for kids that have an unforeseen financial circumstance, and that's going to last forever. Every engineer that goes to school here has a bright future, and just something like completely out of the blue that you can't control should never inhibit you from being successful, from pursuing your career goals, and from finishing this hard degree that you've chosen to pursue. And I think that anyone that comes to Michigan deserves the opportunity to stay.